Hello everyone, I am Shravanti, working as Assistant Professor in CSC Department from Gokaraju Rangaraju Engineering College. In this video, we'll learn about linear search. So, linear search is one of the searching technique. So first, let us know what is meant by an searching. So searching is a technique of finding an element from the given data list or set of elements, like an array, list or trees. So a searching is a technique to find out an element in an sorted list or an unsorted list. So we are going to find an element and the list may be sorted or unsorted list. There are two types of searching techniques. In our syllabus, we are going to learn these two types of searching techniques. First one is a linear search and second one is a binary search. In this video, I will explain about a linear search. In the next video, we will complete binary search. So now let us know the procedure of this linear search. Linear search technique is also known as a sequential search technique. So linear search is also known as a sequential search technique because we are going to have search. So this searching technique continues like from the beginning to end. So that's what it is called as a sequential search. Each and every individual element is compared with the key element. So that's what it is called as a sequential search. The linear search is a method of searching an element in the list in sequence. In this method, the array is searched for the required element from the beginning of the array to the end, to the last element of the array. So there are few advantages and also disadvantages of this linear search. Let us see first the advantages. It is a simple and conventional method of searching data. The linear or sequential name implies that the items are stored in a systematic manner. The elements in the list can be in any order. The linear search can be applied on sorted or unsorted linear data structure. Now, actually the linear search technique is very simple. But the thing is, what is the drawback is, this method is insufficient when we have large number of elements present in the list. And for this large number of elements, it consumes more time and it reduces the retrieval rate of the system. So that's what the time complexity is, big O of n. So the algorithm and the program I will demonstrate in Turbo C. Before that, let us go through this linear search with an example. So let us take the following array A of 7 and these are the 7 elements stored in that array. Now the element to be searched, that is the key element, is 3. Now we are going to find out whether 3 is present in this list or not. So now let us see how this linear search procedure is implemented. So we start at the beginning and check the first element in the array. Okay, so 3 has to be compared with the first element. Is that 3 equal to 10? Is that our searching element is 10? No. So now we have to move to the next element. So is that 3 equal to 7? So it may be the next element. Now just comparing 3 with our third element. Is 3 equal to 1? No. Then move to the next element. Is 3 equal to 3? Yes. We found it. Now I hope you have understood the idea of this linear search. We go through each element in order until we find a correct value. Now let me demonstrate the linear search program. Yeah, so it is a program used for implementing the linear search. So in this linear search, we have declared an array and it stores maximum 3 elements, and n indicates how many number of elements you want to store in that array apart from 30 elements. And this ELE variable is used for reading an key element, searching element, and just we are using a variable f to confirm whether the search is successful or not. So initially its value assigned as 0. So next we have to store, first we have to read an n value, then we have to store n number of elements in an array. For that we will be using an for loop. Next enter the key element to be searched. So here the linear search procedure begins. The search starts from 0th element. So first we are comparing your 0th element with your key element, with your searching element. If it is true, then we can display a message element is found in so and so location, and displaying the element and its index position 2 and making the f value as 1. So f value will be true when the element is found. Then further no need to proceed our comparison with all other elements in an array. So we have to halt this searching procedure. So we have to come out of this for loop. So that's what we have used a break statement. So use break statement, come out of that. Okay, so just finding whether what is f value. So when the element is found, f value will be 1. So is that 1 equal to 0? No, condition fails, then this message is not displayed. Okay, so now let me compile this program and check whether the output is right or not. So first it is asking enter number of elements. I am giving 5 elements. So now we are going to store those elements. So 2, 3, 5, 12 and 90 are my elements we are storing in an array. So now enter the element to be searched. So now I want to search whether 5 is present in the list or not. So this 5 is compared with the first element 2. Is 5 equal to 2? No. The procedure continues. 5 equal to 3 compared with second element? No. 5 equal to 5 compared with the third element? Yes. So flag value will be made as 1 in our program. So this flag value is made 1 and break. So further it will not continue comparing with the fourth and fifth element. Just if you check the output, it is displaying a message that element 5 found at location 3. It is correct, it is working. In case of unsuccessful search, it is asking enter number of elements 5. So minus 2, 3, 56, 78, 90 are the 5 elements. Now I want to search whether 9 is present in the list or not. So 9 is not present in the list. So f value will never become 1. So f value here is not changed to 1. F value will be 1 in case of successful search only. So f value will remain 0. So this for loop condition fails, comes out of the loop in case of unsuccessful search. Then it compares what is the f value, still it will be 0, 0 equal to 0. Then we are going to display that number not found. So this is the logic for an linear search. I hope you understand this linear search procedure. So this is how the linear search works. So in the next video we will learn about a binary search. I hope you understood this video. Thank you.